On the new Republican Pledge to America, as it's called, and a passionate debate between Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Republican Congressman Paul Ryan. Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz, there is anger, as you well know, in the country right now. It was demonstrated directly to the president the other day by a woman who was a supporter, and she made a dramatic appeal to the president. In several of these recent polls, when you ask the American people, is the country moving in the right direction or the wrong direction, the overwhelming majority say the country right now is moving in the wrong direction. Recent Reuters Ipsos poll, only 33% thought the country is moving in the right direction. 61% said it's on the wrong track. Your party's in charge of the House and the Senate and the White House. You can feel that anger out there.
We can, and we want to make sure that we continue to move the country in a new direction and focus on the change that people asked for when they elected President Obama. The change that they don't want, and the type of policy they don't want, is Mr. Ryan's proposal to privatize Social Security and pull the rug out from under senior citizens and get rid of the security that they have, or turn Medicare into a voucher program, which is also part of the book that he and Eric Cantor just put out that they're touring the country promoting right now. And those two items, because they're unpopular, weren't in the Pledge to America today, because that's not something that they think that they can get elected on. They're just going to try to sneak that in the back door if they somehow take the
She makes a fair point, Congressman. She makes a fair point. Some of the recommendations you personally have made, and you have a few supporters in the House of Representatives among the Republicans, we're pointedly missing in this document a pledge to America. Why?
Right, well, because I put out a budget plan to get the consensus of one person in Congress, me. I didn't put out a budget plan to get the consensus of a majority of Congress. But here's the point, what I was trying to get with this plan. I was trying to get this discussion about entitlements and our debt crisis at an adult level. Clearly, that's not happening. What I'm proposing is make sure that we don't cut benefits to people in and near retirement, 55 and above. They just took $522 billion out of the Medicare fund to spend on another government program. They are the ones who rated Medicare. What I'm saying is let's get these programs solvent. If we don't fix this debt crisis and get ahead of it, Wolf, we will shred the social safety net that people have counted on. What I'm trying to propose is something responsible. Prevent cuts from hitting current seniors, people near retirement, and then reform these programs for those of us who are under 54, because we know they're going bankrupt, and put them on the path of solvency and sustainability. That's the responsible thing to do. And I'd like to get to an adult-level conversation, but apparently we're not having that these days.
An adult-level conversation to invest Social Security in Wall Street. If that had happened in the last couple of years, Paul, you would have ended the protections that people have in their twilight of their life.
I want to give younger people the option of having the same retirement you and I have, Debbie, if they want it or not.
Then we need to reform Social Security, not yank the rug out from under them. Investing in the stock market is a risky gamble.
If it's good for you and me and our families, why isn't it good for everybody else in this country?
It's certainly not good for senior citizens or for the next generation to preserve Social Security.
All right.
That will end Social Security.
I'm actually saving Social Security according to the actual Social Security.
Not if you look at the track record of Wall Street in the last few years. I think if we campaign together around the country, people would be looking at our view much more.
My bill, you wouldn't even be in the stock market when you're retiring. Look, if it's good for us in Congress, why isn't it good enough for everybody else? I mean, look, we should have
our Social Security is the same as everybody else's in the entire country, and you know it.
The debate on Social Security, I suspect, is only just beginning. The debate on a lot of these issues. A good debate we had today. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Paul Ryan. Thanks to both of you for coming in.